Good afternoon, dear student. Today we are going to study coherence and condition for the interference. Now, what is a coherence interference? Coherence interference is nothing but when the two waves having a same frequency or the same wavelength, then they are identical to each other and their phase difference is relatively constant. To obtain the steady interference pattern, we have the two monochromatic source must be coherent, which having a constant phase difference between the two waves superposing at one point. The two sources can be coherent only if they are derived from the same source. The source of radiation are the excited atom which have the definite short lifetime is 10 raised to minus 8 seconds. So, an atom emits a short sinusoidal wave trained for a short time interval. The radiation is a random process. That is, nothing can be said definitely about when an atom is going to emit. Therefore, there will be a phase change between different wave train. Thus, a short time interval over which a given source emit sinusoidal wave train is called coherent time. For any independent source, there cannot be constant phase difference. However, if the two sources are derived from the same source, as in Young's double slit experiment, then the wave train meeting at a point can have a constant phase difference to produce steady interference pattern. If short lifetime Tc coherence time, then the distance L is equal to C. Tc is called coherence length, which is length of sinusoidal wave train. The coherent length should be large as possible as compared to path difference. The coherent length is greater than path difference. Here path difference is denoted by delta x between the interfering beams or interfering waves. Here condition is given, that is coherent length is greater than path difference. Here denoted that C dot Tc is greater than delta x, means this coherence length greater than delta x. But if this coherence length, that is C Tc, is less than path difference, that is delta x, then there is no definite phase relationship between two waves and hence no steady interference pattern is observed. If we want steady interference, then coherence length should be a greater than this path difference. If coherent length is less than path difference, then there will be, we are failed to find the steady interference pattern. Therefore, fringes are sharp at the center or at the zero path difference. Now there are some conditions to obtain the steady interference pattern. First one is the two sources must be monochromatic, that is, which having a same wavelength lambda should be emitted from the both of the source. The two sources must be coherent, that is, the phase difference between the interfering waves must remain constant. Path difference between interfering waves must be less than coherent lengths. The two coherent sources must be very close to each other. The source must be narrow. The distance between screen from the source be very large as compared to the distance between two narrow sources. For clear and distinct fringes, for better contrast, the amplitude of the sources must be equal. Let the two interfering veins can be represented by these two equations. By superposition principle, the resultant electric displacement vector E is given by E vector is equal to E1 vector plus E2 vector. Now substitute these two values here. Then we get this value. As we know, sin omega t plus del, according to trigonometry formula, sin omega t plus del is equal to sin omega t cos del plus sin del into cos omega t. Substitute instead of this trigonometric formula, then we get, after simplification, now take sin omega t common, then remaining term is, if this sin omega t is common, then E0, E1 naught in bracket plus, from here we take E0, E2 naught cos theta plus here as it is E2 naught sin del cos omega t. Now substitute E1 plus E2 cos del is equal to E naught cos phi, and instead of E2 cos del, E naught cos phi. Now take E naught common, then the formula is cos phi sin omega t plus sin phi cos omega t is sin omega t plus phi. Here omega t plus phi is resultant phase and E naught is resultant amplitude, which is given by this equation. That is, E naught square is equal to E1 naught square plus E2 naught square plus 2 E1 naught E2 naught cos phi. The resultant intensity I is equal to E naught square, depend on the phase difference del between the interfering waves. If del is equal to 0, 2 pi, 4 pi, then E naught 2 is equal to E1 naught plus E2 naught whole square. The intensity is maximum when the interference is said to be constructive. If del is equal to pi, 3 pi, 5 pi, then E naught square is equal to E1 naught difference E2 naught whole square. The intensity is minimum when the interference is said to be destructive. For better contrast, the dark fringe should be perfectly dark, for which E1 naught is equal to E2 naught. That is, the amplitude of two interfering waves must be equal.